The night was as dense as the ink with which men seal their pacts with the devil. At the crossroads of two epochs, the Renaissance and the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, a thin ribbon of light blazed into existence. On one side walked Faust, the wanderer between the universities of this world and the realms beyond. On the other, Pan Twardowski, with the smile of a man who knew the value of the fine print. They met where light touches shadow, and every step rang like a question about the price of a soul. Knowledge, said Faust, is a fire that burns, yet also lights the way. In his voice lingered the echoes of Heidelberg, Basel, and Krakow. In Twardowski he saw a reflection of his own ambition, though the other carried it lightly, like a well-tailored Polish Countess. I signed because I longed to know the truth of the world. Faust lifted the parchment on which the blood still glistened. And you, what was your price? Twardowski laughed softly. My price? I merely wanted to see how far the boundary could be pushed. In his hand, the pact was nothing but a jest, worded so artfully that the devil himself had to be annoyed. For the clause, only in Rome, was a needle driven straight into the pride of hell. You, doctor, signed out of a longing for truth. I, out of love for the game. Behind them appeared two figures, Mephistopheles, elegant as a night at the opera, and Boruda, who reeked of tavern smoke and sulfur from Polish legends. Mephistopheles bowed with exaggerated grace. Gentlemen, the time has come to collect our due, though I see this is no ordinary transaction. It is a tournament of existence. One sold his soul for knowledge, the other for wit. Remarkable, isn't it? How many different ways there are to lose oneself. Boruda grumbled and touched his horns, but this nobleman, well, you know, Rome rules are rules, hell has its procedures, and I have my doubts, because if he truly never arrives, we'll all end up looking like fools. Faust looked deeply into Twardowski's eyes, as if trying to peer behind his smile. Can one truly outwit the darkness? Twardowski shrugged, but the first crack appeared in his voice. The darkness doesn't read carefully, that is its weakness. But listen, doctor, if the darkness is stupid, what does that say about us who bargain with it? Faust closed his eyes. And what if the soul is not a commodity? What if it is a path we walk and not something to be bought and sold? Twardowski remained silent longer than usual. At last he answered, more quietly, almost to himself. The soul, it is the only thing the devil never bothered to read to the end, and that is why he still chases it. And we only pretend to know where it leads. For the first time his smile faded. For the first time Faust smiled back. When the dawn sliced through the horizon, both vanished. Faust toward the light that promised its redemption. Twardowski toward the stars that favor those who know how to negotiate with fate, but not always with themselves. And at the crossroads only the parchment remained on which two signatures, one in blood, the other in wit, burned like two different ways of crossing the forbidden line. And perhaps that was the point, not who defeated hell, but who dared to stand at the crossroads and ask the question no price could ever answer.